are these people?
He's been doing the rounds on all the corporate commercials.
Well,
and at this point,
we can pull some
top
of
surgery or something. Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to get into that discussion because I think people have the right to identify however they want. I just like that's not what my discussion is about. My discussion is more about how like trans culture has gotten so absurd that it's now like not only like totally making a parody out of the people they're trying to co-opt, but that they're getting rewarded for it, and that these people are actually antagonizing the people that they're trying to emulate. So it's just completely out of control. So it's not even about whether you're like passing or not. That's not the point I'm getting at all. So that's like I think it's been freezing up. There's a lot of stuff, but like that's kind of where I'm coming from with this. I think we can have a more nuanced discussion about it.
Yeah,
I agree with you, John. I think
I'm going to hand out all these extra tampons I have left so that no one can call me a tampon hoarder. That about the prospect of me doing a tampon partnership. I mean, it made the
okay, so you did pull.
Olay, every day. SPF, that's just my way. Getting sun, I'm going cray. Olay, oh slay. Every day this, every day that. Let me hit y'all with some scientific facts. Enough hydration for the whole nation. SPF, baby, we're glowing on the daily. Monday, get my Vitsy. Tuesday, got lightweight energy. Whips go from cream to liquid. Saturday, Sunday, I'm addicted. Olay, every day. SPF, that's just my way. Getting sun, I'm going cray. Olay, oh slay.
Embarrassing. This is like a complete mockery, dude. Like a complete mockery. That's a Nike ad. Dylan getting like $15,000 to $50,000 for that. Nike, Bud Light, Ulta.
Also, what's up with the Dalai Lama today, too?
Oh my god. He tried to make out with a little kid. Tried to tongue him.
Everyone's a pedo nowadays. Why?
I think it's just part of the thing where I was saying like I think the world's getting so absurd that we're just like seeing through the curtain now. And like they're just doing like the absurd and obvious out in the open and just are expecting us to take it. Like
wait, is this a video or no?
No, can you see it though? Like with it.
I think your screen is frozen. I could be wrong. I don't know. But
so you don't see Dylan's face?
No, I see it. It's
okay. I just wanted to say before I switched.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say before I switched to the other part was that like again like 10, 15,000, over 50,000 for all these sponsorship deals. Nike, Bud Light, Ulta, Plaza Hotel, Tampax, KitchenAid, Always tampons, Crest toothpaste, MAC makeup. Let's see, Kate Spade. So you kind of get the idea. Kind snacks. We've kind of touched upon this a little bit in the past, but like part of like ESG and having all these companies get behind like green energy and like their social commitment and like all these alternative energy and all these things to come across as doing the right thing for the community and being good and like not being totally evil under capitalism. Part of that is what's called the CEI and the Corporate Equality Index. Okay, so this lady who was just saying, "Oh, I wanted to do something different," like as we'll kind of see, is like these companies literally have a vested interest. If I don't even know if I'd say a financial interest, but they have a vested interest in doing these things, or else facing backlash, something that could hurt their score, and kind of into that. And just before we go into it, like Anheuser-Busch has a perfect score, so they obviously take this seriously.
And this affects their bottom line in a substantial way.
I think I see it after reading about it. I see it as a kind of form of extortion. So
it is. It directly affects their credit. So like their bill, like every major company, especially like Anheuser-Busch, they're running off of these giant loans that they need. Like if you're doing any whatsoever, like. If you're a company, you have an accounts payable. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna need to have loans and credit. So
right.
like that's just the nature
then,
of like what the
then you
CIA,
ask,
what the CEI is for.
If it's on that level to be able to like issue credit and like do these things as like high profile companies, like why are they jumping on the freaking like LGBTQ thing? I mean, like kind of saying that rhetorically, but like it's just something that doesn't seem to concern the average trans trans people, you know? Like,
yeah, well, I mean, you could, I mean, do you see how like it's run by HRC,
yeah. So yeah, and I'll pull it up. So like, yeah, the Human Rights Campaign. So lucrative deals and ideological advertising campaigns, all play into business, corporate equality index, a ranking overseen by the Human Rights Campaign. The most powerful LGBTQ plus political lobbying group in the world compiles woke scorecards based on corporate box ticking. Okay, so total bullshit. Businesses that meet the criterion earn a maximum of 100 index points are awarded Best Place to Work for LGBTQ Equality title, which 15 of the top 20 Fortune-ranked companies achieved. Among these corporations that received 100...
In which... Yeah. Like in which Dylan is like not even like it's not his place of work. Either.
It's not even he's not even a part of it.
He's on a contract. He's contracted by these companies. It's a temporary thing.
Look how ironic when you think of the best places to work for, the best corporations. Do you think Walmart, Amazon, Apple, and Google, like the most evil corporations, take this shit so fucking seriously?
No,
you know, it's just like
it's the most disingenuous like score.
So cynical. It's so cynical.
Yeah.
So the CEI, what did we say it was again? The
credit
corporate equality index.
Corporate equality index.
Just some fucking jargon.
Which has deep ties to George Soros' Open Society.
Oh, yeah. So falls under the umbrella entity ESG, as I said, for environmental, social, and corporate governance, and its ethical investing movement, which funds ideological projects, including those that phase out fossil fuels, promote unionization, and maintain racial and gender equality, hiring quotas. If the company loses its points, which can be due to such issues as failing to meet integration of intersectionality in professional development, skills-based or other training, their stakeholders can see the effects in their financial returns. So straight up extortion. For profit-driven entities, losing conservative customers by pushing woke advertisement and making figures like Mulvaney the public face, the company is a small price to pay compared to the alternative. So let's see if I have anything else going. One of the key players in this dynamic is BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, one of the top shareholders in major companies including Nike and Anheuser-Busch, who oversee assets worth $1.6 trillion. Fink, who has been dubbed the face of ESG, showed his hand in 2018 in a notorious letter to CEOs titled A Sense of Purpose, which threatened to demote those who didn't fall in line. Arguing that companies need to serve a social purpose, Fink said to prosper over time, every company must not only deliver financial performance, but also show how to make positive contributions to society. Let's put them in air quotes. If a company does with the community and have a sense of purpose, it will ultimately lose this license to operate from key stakeholders you want. Okay, so I just want to take a moment to state that I think he's kind of like saying the quiet part out loud right now with this kind of thing. Like it's a mask. You saw that the biggest companies that are doing it are Walmart, Amazon, Google, like the worst companies. Okay, so he's basically saying Larry Fink like, of BlackRock, like fucking billionaire,
World Economic Forum chair,
yes,
like child, like
and crazy rich. Okay, is basically like capitalism falling apart. People are seeing the cracks. You guys need to pretend that this stuff matters. Yes, it's like the worst thing. He's saying that it's falling apart and that you have to pretend to keep this thing going. Okay, so it's just like it's so cynical. It's so cynical. So like again, going back to the beginning, it's not like none of us care like if you identify as a male or female. It's that like the people who really are running the show, like Larry fucking Fink, okay, doesn't give a fuck about this dude. Okay, like it's just.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not. And so, all it does, and really, they don't really care about whatever fucking culture bullshit is going on. But ultimately, what this does is like ultimately, what this does is like is it again? It just makes people look ridiculous.
It's just they need to perpetuate capitalism, so they need to pretend that they're appealing to everybody. Like they don't care that they'll lose money. This is them losing money. instead of being taxed to hell and not giving us health care. Like, okay, they're basically taxing
Exactly.
themselves because they're like, capitalism's going to fall apart if we don't freaking do this.
Exactly. It's like I said before. I'm friends with
cynical.
plenty. I'm friends with plenty of gay folks, plenty of lesbian folks, plenty of trans folks, and none of them believe in any of this, of like this kind of shit.
No.
None of them. None of them are as bought in as the people online are.
They're like normal,
and it's
people
ridiculous. It's
trying
crazy.
to live their life.
Yeah.
So while Fink has combated claims that ESG is a politically
Most people just want to be left alone for the most part.
100%.
Yeah.
100% agree. The president of the Human Rights Campaign, which doles out the CI ranking, is a former political organizer for Barack Obama. Interesting. HRC sends representatives to corporations every year telling them what kind of stuff they have to make visible at the company. They give them a list of demands, and if they don't follow through, there's a threat you won't keep your CEI score. The ESG is a highly subjective political score infiltrating all walks of life, added Derek Riefel, CEO of State Financial Officers Foundation and leading voice against the ESG. The problems with measures like CEI and its big brother ESG is that it introduces an incentive structure outside the bounds of business, often in ways contradictory to fiduciary duties. So let's pause there for a second. So I could understand if you were a capitalist, you would be like, this is bad because we're losing money. I am not a capitalist. I'm an anti-capitalist. So it's funny to me either way. Like seeing them lose money over this stuff because like they know it's not going to work because they have to do it it's just one of those contradictions that like capitalism is going through, and it's just hilarious to me. So anyway, I thought that was like a pretty good article. So now let's take a look at Anheuser-Busch score so we can kind of like see what some of the highlights here. So you can see Big Fat 100, of course, and again, this is Larry Fink's company. Okay. He's going to make sure that like he's got all that woke bullshit down pat. So the kind of ones that I thought were important. So supporting an inclusive culture and corporate social responsibility. Okay. So 3 distinct efforts of outreach or engagement to broader LGBTQ community. Okay. So tell me what that is. That sounds like to me like being able to sell some advertising to Dylan. You know, that's how I see it. So as far as this is in the context of everything's going on, you know, I'm 100% say that like maybe this freaking dumbass VP of marketing, although she went to a freaking, you know, Harvard and freaking Wharton, like maybe she doesn't actually believe the bullshit. Maybe she's just doing it because she knows the CI score is zooming over and she's just like faking it till she makes it. But like
Kid Rock was never a good gamer. Just want to say he was never good.
No, never.
Exactly. Bill Bradley's got it. He's got it. Wonderful takes tonight, Brad. Just gotta say.
Good to know,
Bill.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of what I see as they definitely have to do it. So what's some of the other stuff here? Obvious ones, that's actually kind of reasonable. Policy includes sexual orientation for all operations, includes gender identity or expression for all operations. So like, I don't know what that means, but whatever. Inclusive benefits, equivalency in same and different sex spousal medical and soft benefits, equivalence in same and different sex domestic partner medical and soft benefits, equal health coverage for transgender individuals without exclusion from medically necessary care. Okay. And then supporting an inclusive culture and corporate social responsibility. 3, LGBTQ, internal training and education best practices. So that's indoctrination. Okay. Employee group or diversity council. Again, indoctrination. 3 distinct efforts of outreach or engagement to broader LGBTQ community. The LGBTQ community. So that's Dylan. And then LGBTQ corporate social responsibility, whatever the hell that means. So, and then I guess responsible citizenship is something that hasn't been done. But let's see. So yeah, I think we can probably switch back to you at this point.
Yeah, am I the only one who thinks it's like ironic that Human Rights Campaign also, like the acronym for it, also stands for Hillary
Rodham.
Clinton?
I know. I always think
am I the one who thought that, or is that just me? Like,
no, I definitely
also.
Yeah,
that was
I
also
didn't.
like
I didn't
side
know.
thought.
I didn't know that was connected to like the CEI until like I saw that article. I was like, oh shit, it's all connected.
Yeah, that's a really great article that really kind of like explains why Dylan Mulvaney is like really like taking the rounds.
He's just a pawn. Really... He's just a pawn. Like, and it's so it's like I don't know how you can look at it other than as.